It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, next on Madden Football.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Austin brought in motion. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 5. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, it's Harris. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face second down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll try the right side now with Harris. He'll manage only a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. them up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Here's Harris. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Now a screen set up for Harris. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 20. Good for a Raven 1st down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
Now the first carry for King Henry. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll get about 5. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. Is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense ready now for their second drive. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Wilson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
On second down, Russ. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Second down, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll try and run for this with Henry. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now, Wilson. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Wilson will throw again. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw again is Wilson. A throw on the move is caught. And the Steelers have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. A gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big...
To the goal line and in. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers are on top. It's now 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Look wide. Get this one complete. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Down the field, he's got Aguilar. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. Now inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Jackson now. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Harris. He will have a Steelers first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Catch is made, that is Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
Throwing again, Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Again, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They run it over center with Harris. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within a point. It's 14-13. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. First 49-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll go again here with Henry. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. We're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a 5-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Aguilar goes off in motion. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Patterson now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Now a loose football. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball. the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Second down and 8. A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Another run here with Harris. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field, and it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. First and 10. On the give, here's Henry. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's second and 6. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a second and 6. On the handoff, running left is Henry. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. They'll run it on first down with Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. Oh, and he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Ravens. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.